how much will 200,000 XCN hypothetically be worth in 2025? Now, to answer that question, even though nothing I say is financial advice, we have to assume a hypothetical scenario. Assuming that XCN were to go to the price of 25 cents this year, that means at that point, 200,000 XCN would be worth $50,000 because, of course, 200,000 times 25 cents, 50,000. So, yeah, that's the way to take a look at it. However, am I guaranteeing that this is going to happen? No. Again, this is not a guarantee, but let's just assume this is the case. But I just don't see why not. Because, first of all, if you take a look at it historically speaking, altcoins, they typically peak as a worst case scenario around a year and a half after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, when did the last Bitcoin halving event happen? It happened April of last year in 2024. So a year and a half from then is actually around October of this year. So that's why I think that this year could very well be very special. Now, am I guaranteeing that things are going to ultimately peak in October? No, because history isn't always going to repeat itself. However, in some cases, it does tend to rhyme. So maybe it could happen a little bit earlier, which would be awesome, of course, or maybe a little bit later, in which case I really don't mind anyways, because if anything, it's more time for me to accumulate XCN. But either way, I think this does give a good gauge. And if you think about it, why would XCN perform badly? Not only has it done very well, much like I predicted, by the way, exactly to a T, but even beyond that point, the way to take a look at it is that it does have rock solid fundamentals, because if you take a look at Onyxcoin, ticker symbol XCN, it is the native token of the Onyx protocol. Now, the Onyx protocol is a decentralized blockchain infrastructure that is designed to improve financial services. However, some people may think, okay, it's kind of complicated. Well, here's the thing. To simple things down, basically what it is that it's focused on the same thing that XDC is focused on. You take a look at Stellar, aka XLM, or Ripple, aka XRP. It's pretty much in the same group, pretty much focused on the same thing. It's kind of like this. If you take a look at a meme coin, it doesn't matter if it's Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, Pepe, Floki, whatever the case may be. They're just pretty much focused on having fun. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a little bit of differences here and there, but it's pretty much focused on the same area. Much like this, if I take a look at Ripple, Stellar, they're kind of dinosaurs at this point. So what is the next big thing? Hypothetically, I think it's something like XDC, XCN. So that's why I'm so bullish on it. Now, people may think that, this is going to be a bad bull run when it comes to XCN. It already reached its peak, but I disagree. I still think there's a ways to go, because I think that when it comes to XRP and XLM, there's still a ways to go for it as well. Now, I did call them dinosaurs, and I'm going to stand by that, because I don't think they could do the numbers that XCN is going to do hypothetically, because if XCN were to go to the price of 25 cents, that is around a 21x from here. Can XLM do that? Can XRP do that from the point where they are in as of right now? I'm not talking about years ago. No, I don't think they could do that. So hypothetically, I think that XCN does have a much better upside, at least potentially. And if it's focused on the same market, why not? It's like this. If I'm getting into, layer one blockchains, for instance, am I going to be going all in on Ethereum and Solana? I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to look for the next best thing, hypothetically, right? Like, for instance, Casper, say, the Internet Computer. I'm going to look for other things like Algorand. I'm not necessarily going to be looking for the top two biggest or whatever. I'm not saying that people often consider them top two, but I'm just saying, just as an example, right? So the way I take a look at it is that if I believe in the global trade and finance space, if I believe in the payments market, which I do, then why would I believe in the two biggest projects? Of course, I'm going to believe in something that could hypothetically be massive in the future, much like XCN, much like XDC. So this is why I'm a fan of it. And if you think about the global trade and finance market predicted to reach up to $5 trillion in value by 2028. And if you take a look at the payments market, currently valued at over $2 trillion as we speak, this is a massive market. And again, a lot of the FUD, the fear, a lot of that nonsense, it's pretty much gone when it comes to this space, because for quite a while, everyone was afraid about the SEC, what happened with Ripple. They were kind of wondering, okay, where is this going to go? But people no longer care about this type of nonsense. They don't care about Gary Gensler anymore. They don't care about this type of stuff. I think people, as of right now, they're more educated than ever before. I think they understand that, XRP isn't a security, because if people acquire XRP, it doesn't mean they own any part of Ripple. You know what I mean? So how is that a security? I think a lot of people now understand that, which is why they don't care about that type of stuff anymore. And I don't care. Even since the beginning, I never cared about that. But I was like, instead of believing in XRP, XLM, why don't I believe in something like XDC? That's just the way I take a look at it. And now, when it comes to XCN, it's also one of my foundational pieces. I'm not saying that my portfolio is only going to be XCN. Of course, there's other projects, of course, like meme coins, You take a look at gaming projects, layer 1 blockchains, but XCN has to be one of my foundational pieces. I view this as the next XLM, hypothetically. It's not going to defeat XLM by any means, but I think it could very well be somewhat a glimpse of that, and I do like that. Now, people may think that the bull run can't really continue on in a massive way because they think, oh, there's not enough crypto owners. Well, I disagree. There's over 600 million as of right now, which is more than ever before in history. So I highly doubt that there's not going to be enough FOMO or buying pressure or buying volume this time around. Not to mention, if you take a look at the peak of the 2021 bull run, which many people considered very amazing, by the way, at that time, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners. So now we basically have double, according to Crypto.com research. I highly doubt that, again, this bull run is going to be bad. I think 2021 was a small taste of what we could very well see this time around. Bitcoin, despite being over $100,000, like hovering around that usually, it hasn't reached the next level yet. What do I mean by that? It hasn't reached 150,000, 200,000, 250,000. So there's still ways to go there. And take a look at Charles Hoskinson, who not only is the co-founder of Ethereum, but the founder of Cardano. Based on a video that he was a part of back in November of 2024, he did say how in the next 1 or 2 years, he could very well see Bitcoin reaching anywhere between $250,000 all the way up to $500,000, which is insane. You know, if let's say Bitcoin were to just reach $250,000, XCN at the price of 25 cents at that point may seem a little bit bearish, at least in my opinion. And again, if we assume his best case scenario timeline, so a year from November, so that means November this year, and worst case scenario price target for Bitcoin, theoretically, based on that, if let's say again, Bitcoin were to reach $250,000 this November, this year, again, 25 cents, I really don't see why not when it comes to XCN. As XRP and XLM gains more momentum, as it gains more hype, people eventually, they're going to get bored. I'm not saying everyone, but eventually they're going to try to look for the next big thing, and XCN is right there waiting in the wings. As of right now, it's not really a small project anymore. It was kind of small when I talked about it. However, even if you take a look at XCN, it hasn't become an established player yet, in a sense that it hasn't reached a $1 billion market cap, a $500 million market cap. But I'm not necessarily going to wait for that, because had I waited to acquire XCN right now, could you imagine all the hypothetical gains lost? Sometimes people only want to acquire something when it's on the rise, but then they don't believe in it when things are not doing good. But I'm the opposite. I believe in it, and I consistently accumulate more and more. I never went all in when it comes to XCN, by the way. It was just a very routine accumulation, very boring. So anytime on income, acquire, hold, and I just wait, that's it. And as of right now, hypothetically, it's done very well, much like I predicted. But I haven't sold anything because I still do believe that when it comes to 25 cents, that is still my price target for this bull run. And people may think that, okay, 21x is so bad, but considering how much it pumped, and let's say hypothetically doing an additional over 20x from here, I don't think it's bad at all. As of right now, I just got to stay patient. It's just a waiting game, really. Take a look at XCN back then. It was boring. What did I have to do? I had to wait, right? And as of right now, things are doing a lot better, and now I can't wait suddenly? No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm still going to wait anyways because I still think better days are ahead. And again, 25 cents when it comes to XCN is still my price target for this bull run. And theoretically, if it were to reach that price, then 200,000 XCN would be worth $50,000. However, even besides that, I'm very bullish on XCN. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's only the captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.